Hey everybody, Mike with Enviroscape LA. So we're just about done with our permaculture garden here in the city of Manhattan Beach, California. We've got the drip irrigation in. Soil was amended. I should note that we're about 4 blocks from the beach, so it's a very sandy soil. So we heavily amended with the Kellogg's Grow Mulch product, which is a certified organic soil. So there's no pesticides or herbicides that are going to be here. And these are, well, actually all of these are natives here, Southern California natives. And then we have the homeowner requested a ground cover, which is a succulent. That's as tall as it'll get because we don't want any tripping hazards. Here is the planter boxes. Are going to grow herbs and lettuce and veggies, one on each side of the stairwell here. Bouquet Canyon, flagstone. Here's a California poppy right there, and it's unusual because it's September, but we were able to find some. Santa Barbara daisies, Irrigation. Here's a true California native. It's the Calliandra californica. Check out those flowers. Here's the brains of the irrigation system. Here's the Rainbird ESP TM2. Great system, it's Wi-Fi compatible. You can download the app. Here's the drip irrigation valves with different flow rates here. One of these is going to handle very little, I should note this, handle very little amount of irrigation. So this is a LFV low flow valve. It's a patented valve by Rainbird. It'll always guaranteed to shut off. Here's this brass valve is actually for the autofill for the Pollinator waterfall that got built. And we saw that there's a lot of this bark mulch. There's a lot of reasons to use it. Helps to retain moisture. Obviously it looks pretty, but it also helps to keep the weeds down, and it also it's basically fertilizer for the soil. It feeds the mycorrhizal fungi, which will be provide food for your plants in the future. So we'll say it's fertilizer. Beautiful Pollinator waterfall. There's going to be hours of enjoyment for the homeowners to enjoy. Now, these aren't necessarily California natives, but they're California friendly plants. That's the Wisteria. It's very drought tolerant. That's what California friendly plants are, plants that don't need a lot of water. We do have some between the stairs here that we built. Those are California natives. They're called yarrow. Real pretty with flowers. We go back down here where we started out originally. It's going to be ground cover coming next week for this big area here. And we didn't do drip irrigation in this area. Actually, we have what's called the MP rotators, which save about 30% water over a conventional irrigation system. Spray heads. Here's a Fuji apple. It's a espalier. It's supposed to look that way, kind of thin, and it's going to kept thin on the sides. Espalier apple. Here's an interesting thing. We haven't gotten to all the covering all the drip irrigation. So this is drip irrigation installed properly. It's actually about 12 inches apart from each other. They found over many years, decades of installing drip, this is the correct way to, this is how plants really respond to it. And if you see little white spots on the soil, that's azomite, rock mineral dust that we use, so the plants can access that as they need it. There's a butterfly bush. That's the common name, butterfly bush, otherwise known as Buddleia. That's the botanical name. Here is a Prunus nectarine tree. There's a citrus. More small natives down here, and you can see the drip irrigation. Now, the reason why it looks like there's two types of drip irrigation, it's because there is. This dark colored one on the left is blank tubing, there's no holes in it. And then we have the shiny one, which is drip irrigation, the one with the holes in it, 0.6 gallon per hour, copper shell technology by Rainbird. Now, the reason we have the dark colored one here is because the line that brings it over is all the way over here, and we didn't want to give extra water to, why waste water, right? So we put the blank tubing in to get the water from point A to point B. That's what the project looks like as it's getting installed. Okay, up here, the Hillside, This is literally an entire city lot. It goes from one street to the next. So it's probably the biggest native garden, residential native garden in the city of Manhattan Beach. We got the Arbutus Marina there. On the wall we have the passion fruit. They have the pretty passion flowers, and then this, again, drip irrigation done right. Ceanothus doesn't like a lot of water, so we've only got one line to it going. We got more yarrow in between the steps, and then we have more natives. Here's a California friendly, the Calandrenia. Check out that gorgeous flower. Stunning, beautiful. And then we have an Oro Blanco grapefruit right there. And then more natives, color. And then the last section over here is a Pollinator garden that got built. A little bit about this is we used flagstone that we drilled through, and we have the Atlantic Water Gardens base. There's a plastic base under there. Makes it really easy to put one of these together in just minutes. And then we have the Iwasi, I think it's a 27 watt pump here, and we call this a pollinator fountain also because right there on the dry ledge, birds, bees, butterflies can land. They can take a drink of fresh water, and then they could be on their way. And then this whole area is surrounded by, some people call them the monarch butterfly plants. These are actually milkweed, and they do get aphids, and when they do, that's an attractor for ladybugs, and so that's okay. We don't have to spray everything and kill everything, because it usually if it's not killing the plant, then it's a food source for something else. So here's a back door tour back of the waterfall. So we've got some salvias here. Here's that Roselia. This place is going to look amazing once in about 6 months, once it's all filled in. Here's a waterfall from the back. And right now we're in process of putting more of the bark. The sprinkler line did just get turned on, and you can see there's the little dripper. Every 12 inches this drips out, and then capillary action pulls it together, and so it waters from one hole to the next. And that's how drip irrigation works. And here we go. Look at, we're laying it on really super thick, at least 3-4 inches of mulch. We keep it away from the plant base so that the plants don't die. And that's about it. So thanks for joining us at our latest project, the Permaculture Garden in Manhattan Beach. Leave a comment, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear what you think. Take care.